All right, let's get into it. Today, we're looking at something that, on the surface, seems like just another to-do app. But if you look a little closer, it's actually a masterclass in how to build great software. We're going to explore a project that starts with the simplest tools imaginable to create a foundation for something incredibly powerful. You know that feeling, right? You've got a ton on your plate, and the very system you're using to keep track of it all just becomes another chore. It's a super common problem, but what if the best solution is the last one you'd ever expect? I mean, for most of us, this is reality. It's a jumble of sticky notes, phone reminders you just swipe away without thinking, or maybe worst of all, just trying to keep it all in your head. And so many of the apps that are supposed to help, they're often bloated, slow, and just full of distractions. This project cuts right through all that noise. So instead of just building another flashy app, this entire approach is about taking a huge step back. It lays out a blueprint that is radically simple, starting from the absolute ground floor to build something that actually works and works well. The core philosophy here is to just reject all the complexity. We're so trained to think that a complicated problem needs a complicated tool. More buttons, more features, more animations. But a lot of the time that just makes the chaos worse. This approach says the real answer is to find the most direct path possible. And that path is this, the command line, just a simple blinking cursor. Now, I know what you might be thinking. This looks like a step back in time, right? Something from an 80s movie. But as we're about to see, this is actually the secret to building a foundation that's lightning fast, totally distraction-free, and shockingly powerful. And just in case you're not familiar, the command line interface, or CLI, is basically a way to talk to your computer using only text. There are no graphics, no icons to click on. It's just you, your keyboard, and pure direct instructions. So the big question is, why start here? With all the amazing visual software in the world, why choose a text-based approach? Well, this isn't about nostalgia. It's a very deliberate, very strategic choice about how to build software the right way. And here's the payoff. You get the obvious wins, like it being super fast and not eating up your computer's memory. But the really important stuff here is about focus and logic. By starting with just text commands, you're forced to get the engine of the application perfect before you do anything else. It makes the whole thing stronger and easier to test right from the get-go. I love this quote because it sums up the entire philosophy. It's like building a car. You get the engine, the transmission, and the steering working perfectly before you even think about the paint job. Function first, then form. That's how you build something that lasts. And here's that contrast laid out plain and simple. We're all used to graphical apps, but they often come with baggage. They can be slow, resource-hungry, and full of distractions. The CLI approach flips that script completely. It's minimalistic on purpose, which makes it incredibly fast and keeps your focus exactly where it needs to be. Okay, so that's all the theory, the why behind this whole thing. Now, let's actually see what it looks like in practice. We're going to take a quick tour of how this framework actually works. The way it works is just beautifully simple. First, you type in a command. The app then figures out what you want it to do. It runs the logic, like adding a new task, saves the change, and then immediately tells you it's done. It's this clean, efficient loop with zero wasted motion. So what does that look like? Well, to add a new task, you literally just type to-do add and then your task in quotes. It's so direct, it almost feels like you're having a conversation. And the feedback you get is just as clean. Bam, an immediate confirmation that it understood you and did what you asked. No loading spinners, no pop-ups, just a simple, clear response. So what if you need to see everything on your plate? Well, the command is exactly what you think it would be, to-do list. The design is so intuitive that you don't even have to think about it. No hunting for buttons or digging through menus. And the output? A perfectly organized table. You get an ID for each task, the task itself, and its status. It's every piece of information you need with absolutely zero clutter getting in your way. What if you need to change something? Again, it's completely logical. You use the update command. You tell it which task you want to change by its ID, in this case number 1, and then you give it the new text. It's precise, it's explicit, and it's incredibly fast. And once again, you get that simple, positive feedback. It's this consistent pattern, this rhythm of command and confirmation that makes the tool so reliable and easy to learn. Now, I know what you might be thinking. This all seems a little basic, and you're right, but that's the genius of it. This simple foundation isn't the finished house. It's the solid bedrock designed to support a skyscraper. All these features that are missing right now, the pretty graphics, the cloud syncing, user accounts, those aren't failures. They are intentional limitations. They were left out on purpose to keep the focus 100% on building that perfect, stable core engine. Because once that rock-solid core is built, just look at what becomes possible. A full-blown web interface, user logins, connecting to a powerful database, even cool stuff like AI task suggestions. You can add all of these complex layers with total confidence because you know they're being built on a foundation that's fast and reliable. And that really is the most crucial point. The simplicity wasn't the end goal. It was the thing that enabled everything else. By starting with the strongest, simplest foundation you can imagine, you actually unlock the potential for massive growth and complexity down the road. And that leaves us with a really powerful question to think about, one that goes way beyond just software. The next time you're starting any kind of complex project, maybe this is the thing to ask. What if the secret to building something big and impressive isn't to start big, but to start with the most simple, solid, and focused foundation possible?